My toxic husband asked me to make him double lunch for work, which he shared with his side chick, and I think I accidentally went too far with my revenge. I know what he did was wrong, but I went nuclear with it. My husband and I have been together for a year. I work part-time to pay for the legal process of getting him documented and getting him to officially own a green card. We are very fortunate that it seems it may be an easy process of maybe 2 years max for his residency, but now I'm going to cancel everything and ask for a divorce. My routine used to be that I wake up 2 hours before him every morning and make him lunch, pack everything for him for work, and have his breakfast coffee and clothes ready for him to wake up. I then would eat, get dressed, and head out within 30 minutes. He used to be satisfied with what I packed him. It was freshly made chicken and either honey buffalo, lemon pepper and salad, or some sort of chicken wraps. Pure healthy food. I did this because I wanted to make his life easier and show him I cared and love him, and I've done this since we first moved in together more than 3 years ago. Well, recently I've had to start including dinner leftovers because he started asking for more food, stating that he was still hungry afterwards. So I started including what I normally take to work, which has caused me to either go without lunch and having to wait till after work, or be late for work because I have to wait till the food is ready and take some to work because I'm breastfeeding and can't miss eating every time. Well, last week when I was packing his lunch, I found an unrecognized second fork in his lunchbox and was thrown off, so I asked him about it. He said he found it in the kitchen of his work and brought it home. I had noticed small changes in him that I gaslighted myself into thinking I'm being insecure because I just had a baby, but this made the pit of my stomach churn. So a few days later I decided to go to his work during lunch to surprise him with dessert and for him to see the baby. Well, that was when I found out why he wanted more food. His coworker, the girl he told me not to worry about, was there eating the lunch I freshly prepared for him, and he was eating the leftovers or the extra lunch I packed for him. I didn't cause a scene. Instead, I took pictures and quickly left as my husband was not there in the moment. I drove home crying to pack my things. When I got home, I took the bassinet and anything I'd need for the baby and my essentials and went to my sisters and brother-in-laws and told them everything, and even showed him our conversations from WhatsApp where he told me that the girl no longer worked there. I normally text him throughout the day, so he started texting me and calling me to see if I was okay and what was for dinner. He was almost off. And then he got to the house an hour earlier than usual and saw mine and the baby's things gone. And he saw my letter stating that he had 7 days to leave my house and that he can communicate with my mother to see the baby when I'm at work. I for the time being don't want anything to do with him. And I left the printed photos of them eating lunch laughing together under the letter. Later that night, when I decided I no longer wanted anything to do with him, I informed the lawyer that I no longer was going to need his services for the green card. And then messaged the lawyer privately to ask if I could maybe move our contract and the money I've paid so far over to his divorce and family practice. He said unfortunately no, there's some clause that if we decide to no longer pursue the case we lose the money we've invested, and also that his immigration practice is a partnership with different people than his family one. But he will just leave our case open till we get a response for our next appointment from the government, and if we haven't worked things out by then he will cancel everything. Well, this causes him to go insane because now if he doesn't get papers, he has to choose between his daughter and parents. To either risk never seeing his parents and family again or never seeing his daughter again if he goes over there. He's begging me to the point I blocked him on everything. He's come to my brother-in-law's house and been told to leave or we are calling the police. Then he later came back drunk with his buddies, who then were all scared off by my brother-in-law and his shotgun. I feel so lost, broken and depressed. I also have security at work to make sure he doesn't show up at my office. My sister tells me to leave him but not to divorce so he can never get with anyone else and get papers, but I can't do that to him. I've gone back home and surprisingly there's no damage to anything, but his things as well as some of mine are gone. I will be contacting police.